Hey guys, it's Hope. Okay, so recently I finished this anime called xxxHolic, and I'm going to call it Holic for short just because saying XXX in front of it just makes it a little bit of a mouthful. But if you're going to watch it or you're watching it now, I'm not going to give out any spoilers, just kind of like a mini synopsis and review of it. Basically it starts off with this high school kid. His name is Kimihiro Watanuki, and he can see and interact with spirits, and he's kind of cursed with this ability and he hates it. And it starts out with him, a spirit kind of like attacking him or on top of him, and all he wants is this spirit to be gone. So he stumbles into this shop with this dimensional witch, and her name is Yuko. And this witch Yuko has the power to grant anyone's wish just as long as they pay her equal compensation. And Watanuki's wish is to be rid of these spirits forever. Watanuki ends up having to work odd jobs for her and kind of be her servant for a while in order to pay back the debt for her taking away the spirits. Also, Watanuki meets up with a classmate named Domaki, which they hate each other, and Domaki is the exact opposite. He repels spirits. So they eventually always have to travel together and be together in order to keep each of them safe. And they don't really like each other, but they end up kind of being friends, but it's a weird relationship. And Watanuki is in love with this girl named Himawari, and she has her own story to her too, which I don't want to delve quite into because it all makes sense in the end. The three main characters, Watanuki, Domaki, and Yuko, they're super diverse, and they're also, all three of them are really likable. And in some way, everyone can connect to at least one of them. Watanuki is like a complainer, and he screams and whines a lot, and he's always quick to jump to conclusions, while Domaki is like really chill, laid back. He has a really like calm voice. He doesn't really care much about anything except stuffing his face and eating. And Yuko's like really sneaky, and she's kind of like snake or cat-like. She's very like in the shadows, like she doesn't give you a straight answer or anything. And I know everyone can relate to one of those characters, so that's why it makes them like really cool. And the English voice actors in Holic are actually really good, and only the first season and the movie are dubbed. The voice actors are from famous other animes like Full Metal Alchemist, Cowboy Bebop, Outrun High School Host Club, all those Funimation kind of shows. This anime gets a little taking used to. The first season is really good. I mean, the acting's great, the music's phenomenal, but here's the thing, it's just, you're getting to know the characters in the first season, and then when the second season takes off, that's when, the real story begins, but it's all the Japanese voice actors, which are really good, but just to me, I prefer the English actors just because, I'm used to hearing them in other shows. Also, let me warn you, the animation in this show is very odd. I would almost compare it, if I was comparing it to like movies, this animation in this show reminds me kind of like a Tim Burton movie or a Tim Burton film. The music's really quirky, the animation's quirky, everything's really different about it. I've never seen an anime quite like this. All that matters is that it is an amazing anime, and if you start watching it, I think most people like me are gonna, you're gonna get hooked. And the thing is, I won't go any deeper into this subject, but once you start watching Holic, you're going to want to start watching Tsubasa Chronicles, and there's a huge reason for that. The only thing I'm going to say is that these two different animes and these two different stories from two totally different shows combine, and their story kind of intertwines, which is really different for an anime. I've never seen two animes, interact with other characters from other shows, which makes these two shows very unique. But once the whole, story picks up, it is absolutely amazing, and I definitely recommend Tsubasa Chronicles to watch with it, because Tsubasa is the one that has more of the interacting with different characters, but each Holic and Tsubasa interact with each other. If any of you guys watch both or one of these shows, tell me what you think. I would love feedback. Tell me what you all thought, because I know I don't want to call this anime like indie, but not a lot of people I've talked to have ever heard of it or watched it. And, I think it's great. I think more people should watch it. But I definitely highly, highly recommend this anime for anyone who wants to see something a little different. And like I said, it takes time to get used to, but it'll be definitely worth it in the end. But if you watched it and liked it, or even didn't like it, just let me know what you guys thought about it. I would love to hear your feedback. And, even if you're in the middle of it or you've watched a couple episodes, tell me what you think. I mean, it's very different, very quirky. So yeah, just leave me a comment and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye guys!